Welcome back to Tremonte and Friends Boxing. Please like and subscribe. We're going to get right into it. So Edgar Berlanga versus Hamzah Sheeraz. This is on the Riyadhseason card, July 12th. This is probably the most intriguing matchup. Yeah, it's probably the most intriguing matchup for me personally, for a few reasons. Number one, I think this is not necessarily a make or break fight for Edgar Berlanga, but I think it'll tell us a lot about him moving forward as far as the type of fighter he actually is. And for Sheeraz, his last fight with Carlos Adames, I thought Carlos Adames won. I didn't think that Sheeraz did enough throughout the duration of the fight to warrant the type of cards that the judges gave out. I wouldn't call it, it takes a lot for me to call something a robbery, but that was borderline a robbery, borderline, to be honest. Carlos Adames was the aggressor. He did a lot that fight. Should at least been a draw, but they awarded him the fight. This is, I believe, a slight step up in competition. Berlanga's last fight, he shouldn't have been in there with that guy. Got him out of there quickly, but he shouldn't have been in there in the first place. And then prior to that, obviously, he fought Canelo. He put on a good performance against Canelo. Berlanga has, I wouldn't say he's fought the best competition, so that lends credence to people saying he isn't as good as he thinks he is. But I'm high on Berlanga for a few reasons. When you fight someone of Canelo's caliber fairly early in your career, I think that helps build your character as a fighter, and that lets you know where you are. That happened to Canelo when he fought Floyd. He was young, he fought Floyd. He just got better throughout time. I'm not saying Berlanga is Canelo whatsoever, but I'm not writing him off. And Sheeraz, coming off the controversial win against Adames, he has a lot to prove fighting somebody like Berlanga, because Berlanga, if we know anything about him, he could crack. And when you can crack, you could change the course of a fight, with one punch. And Sheeraz is a good boxer. I think Sheeraz he has better footwork. He operates with ankles better. And that's going to be tough for Berlanga to deal with throughout the course of a fight. Berlanga, to me, it doesn't seem like he gasses out. Like even with Canelo, it seemed like he has good stamina, especially at that weight. So I'm very excited to see what each fighter does. The first 5 rounds will, to me, determine who's going to win the fight. Berlanga's going to pressure you. Berlanga's a fighter. Even when Canelo knocked him down, he got up, he's going to bang. And I'm not sure if Sheeraz can withstand that over, 12 rounds. But I'm going to favor Berlanga. I want to favor Berlanga 60-40 in this fight. And unlike most people, when a boxer doesn't have the best performance ever, because I've been in the ring before. I've been in the ring more than one time. I've sparred, got my behind kicked, kicked some behind. When you're in the ring, it's different, especially when you're matched with somebody who you're not just going to roll over. That's what happened with Sheeraz's last fight. Adames was in there, he's a live dog, the reigning champion. We're going to fight. Berlanga was in there with somebody, it's worlds apart. But with Canelo, he showed enough grit and guts. I deserve to be here. So this is an intriguing matchup, man. Intriguing matchup. because it's not a clear cut, this guy's just going to win. They both have something to prove. And with boxing, anything can happen in that square circle. So I'm definitely want to hear what y'all have to say in the comments. Again, I don't write Berlanga off. I know people are like, oh, he's not this, or he's not that great of a boxer, or he parades himself around, or his personality. But in this day and age, I think some of that you need in boxing. He's not a boring or dull personality. And I truly think he's being himself. I don't think he's just putting on an act. I think that's who he is. And I appreciate that more than anything, because he's not pretending to be this extra humble, like composed, regal type of guy. He's like, hey, man, it's me. I'm who I am, and we're going to fight. Sheeraz is more of the reserved type of guy. He don't say too much, but he come to fight. And that's what this game is about. So, again, favorite Berlanga 60-40 in the brawl. And I think the card, I'm going to give y'all some more reviews on the card when it comes, before it comes to fruition, before the fights actually happen. But you're on a big stage, Berlanga. It's time to put up or shut up. And you're not going to just roll over. I'd be surprised if he just blows Sheeraz out of the water. I'd be surprised if he knock him out. I'd be surprised. But I think that'll shut up a lot of people about where Berlanga is. Because Canelo's at 168. He's going to be there. He's not going to fight below or above. He might fight Bivol again. But it's pretty open. And Berlanga's, he can, so we'll see what happens. Tell me what y'all think in the comments. Please like and subscribe. And I'll get with y'all soon. Peace and love.